port that we're trying to get relocated to Keystone Heights. And we also have the astronaut mover from Cape Canaveral. If you ever visit the Keystone Airport, you need to take the opportunity to go visit the Wings of Dreams. It's an absolute gem of the community. And lastly, I'd like to talk about our community events. Keystone Heights is a community of 1,337 according to the last census. That number grows exponentially during our community events. We host several community events throughout the year. We host parades. We have the Our Country Day Parade. That's the 4th of July celebration. Starts with a 5K run in the morning, 11 o'clock parade, fireworks at night. We have our Christmas parade. We have festivals such as Arbor Day and Halloween. We also do concerts at the beach and then movies at night. When we host these events, our population of Keystone Heights will spike to somewhere around 4,000 people. That's a large spike from 1,337. So what we do, we have to partner with folks like Sheriff Beasley's office, Chief Lauren Mock's office, those public safety officers and DOT to give us assistance in providing a safe environment for those 4,000 people to come and enjoy themselves in Keystone Heights. There's a strong sense of community and veteran pride in Keystone Heights. Our Wreaths Across America celebration, which is led by Miss Jones. If anyone here knows Miss Jones, she's about that tall, and she's a warm bride from Australia. She will get your attention, and she does an outstanding job of planning these events. We had 125 wreaths on display last year. This year, in our celebration, we have 425, and that number is expected to grow next year. She started a memorial remembrance and the memorial pathway at the City of Keystone Heights Cemetery. It's grown from a handful of attendees to well over 200 this past year. We recently also learned that the Keystone Recreation Association, Mr. Dan Lewandowski is on the board, that Keystone Heights has been chosen to host a state baseball tournament for the 9 and under over the July 4th weekend, I believe it is. And that's the first time, if I can remember, that we hosted a state baseball tournament at Keystone Heights. Now, one quick story before I close, and this is an interesting story. I'd like to see by a show of hands, who here in the room has heard of a moon tree before? Okay, I see a couple hands. Well, I asked that question for the simple fact that, believe it or not, Keystone Heights is home to a moon tree. In 1971, aboard Apollo 14, there were 5 species of trees taken as part of that payload to the moon and back. Upon Apollo 14's return, those trees were distributed. Some went to Japan, some went to Brazil, some went to Switzerland, Valley Forge, and yes, Keystone Heights. We have Play Today represented here today, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for running the story. Keystone Heights is going to do a rededication next month of the moon tree, and we'd like to make sure everybody is aware of that, and certainly are welcome to come out and celebrate with us our moon tree re-celebration. Now, in closing, I'd simply like to say that Keystone Heights is in great shape both financially and community-wise. It's been my pleasure to be here today in honor of home ground. And those are the things that are happening in our community of Keystone Heights. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to speak to you today, and enjoy the rest of your lunch.
All right, next we have the mayor of Orange Park, Steve Howard.
Thank you, Lester. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before beginning my remarks, I'd like to introduce our Orange Park Town Council members who are here with us today, and we all have staff members. Would you please hold your applause after I introduce all of them? Please stand as I introduce you. We have Councilman Scott Land up front, Councilman J.B. Reninger, Councilman Eugene Nix. We have Town Manager Jim Hanson, Town Clerk Sarah Campbell, Public Works Director Chuck Pavlos, our Finance Director John Villanueva, our Economic Director T.C. Amato, and our Police Chief, I think he's There he is, Gary Gold. Let's give him These are challenging times, to be sure, and the town of Orange Park has not only survived but made real progress. Many new businesses have or are coming to Orange Park, including Hampton Inn, a 5-story, 110-room hotel on US 17 at Eldridge Avenue, opening in April or May of 2015. The Four River Smokehouse, a restaurant on US 17, opened in November. Dollar Tree, fantastic flooring and training ground. Businesses in the Park Plaza Shopping Center on US 17. The Vino Java Brew House, a wine and tapas bar on Kingsley Avenue. And if you folks haven't been by the brew house, you ought to go on the weekend. They have not only a fine selection of wine, but also some good musical talent. The Urban Bean Coffee Company, a restaurant on US 17, opening soon. I'm not going there. Brooks Rehabilitation, a 10,000 square foot medical office complex on US 17 between Wells Fargo Bank and McDonald's. Construction to begin February 2015. We're very proud of the Brooks project, as many of these others. Felecia at Orange Park, a 100-bed assisted living complex on Kingsley Avenue, just west of Regions Bank. Construction plans are being finalized as we speak. Park Avenue Dermatology on US 17, construction plans in progress for a new administration building at the rear of the existing building, which will include offices for a dermatology residency program. And finally, the former Citgo station, US 17 in Kingsley Avenue, preliminary plans for a new development have been submitted, preliminary plans. Public safety. Orange Park has police and fire EMS departments which are second to none. Response times are quick and officers are polite and professional. Public safety is the key for economic development and serves a vital role in promoting livability and business growth. Economic development. The effort of our building and zoning department along with code enforcement goes beyond bricks and mortar to real quality of life issues. The town council is committed to fair but aggressive code enforcement. The council recently adopted a new chronic property nuisance ordinance in October. This ordinance is a major step forward in enforcement of our town codes and standards. Public Works. We have had a very active Public Works program this year. The capital construction cost for this year, which included 5 major projects, amounted to $2,300,000. Presently, we have 4 additional capital construction projects currently underway at a cost of $1,900,000. Culture and recreation. The town hosts a number of events for all ages, such as the Fall Arts and Musical Festival. Our Fall Arts and Musical Festival this past year, we had over 20,000 people on Saturday attend that event. That's the largest event in Clay County, a one-day event with the exception of the fair. Farmers and Arts Market. We've had real success with our weekend Farmers and Arts Market. Gary Clark Day, hometown holiday at Clark House Park. Local history was preserved with the restoration of the historic pecan shed at the Clark House Park. In addition, the first Orange Park, Florida historical marker was installed at Town Hall Park in May. The T.C. Miller Center and Park was improved with new restroom facilities, exterior building repairs and painting, a new concrete parking lot, and new playground equipment. Schools. Orange Park is home to 3 public schools, 1 new charter school, and several private schools. All residents of Clay County, we need to lend our support and get behind our local schools in the Clay County school system.
Yes.
Town finances. I conclude my remarks with the state of our finances, not because this is the least important, because it is the foundation of our town. Orange Park, like many municipalities, have struggled with municipal finances during the past 5 years. We must find ways to live within our means. Expenses have been cut in many areas, but more need to be cut. Our town council has initiated a public service tax on electricity as an income producing measure, which will help increase the town's cash flow and help maintain service levels. We are also looking at other income producing measures for future implementation. As we begin 2015, we are committed to the continuation of programs and services which will provide a safe, healthy, and environmental friendly community. Now, when I started writing this little speech today, it was 11 pages long. It's going to take us 15 minutes. No, you only got 5 minutes. We've got some exciting times happening in Orange Park, and I wish I'd been able to share the other 10 minutes with you. Thank you.
And next we have Mayor of Green Cove Springs, Felecia, Hampshire.
Thank you. I'm going to get in the mic so you can hear me because I can see the folk in the back. They're like, what are they saying? So, you saved the best for last. Either that or you knew I would be fashionably late. So you had me at the VIP table, and initially, because there was nobody there but a few of us, I was a little concerned, but then I sat by Elvis, the guy with his hair slicked back. He's really cute, and instead of him singing to me, he talked to me about chlorine dioxide. Okay, well, moving on. First, allow me to thank the Chamber of Commerce for sponsoring this annual event, which gives local municipalities an opportunity to share with you our vision and successes. It is truly an honor to be here in this setting, even if I am the only Democrat in the room. Allow me to acknowledge our county seat, Green Cove Springs, don't forget that. Our dignitaries. Vice Mayor Royal is not here today, and neither is Mitch Timberlake. But if they will stand, the tables in the center on the right, all of the city employees, Pam, Danielle Judd, Chief Musco, Ray Ray. Y'all can have some. Okay. All right. That is probably the best staff ever, everywhere, anywhere, hands down. All right, so I know I have 5 minutes, and I probably already used 2. All right, 4? All right. What's the punishment if I go over? All right. Sheriff Beasley, I hope you got my back. Okay. As many of you know, because you love visiting us so much, that Green Cove Springs is the county seat. A charming and quaint community nestled along the St. John River, home of, and I know all of you guys here at least know this, Cliff Averill. Yes. Oh, yeah. Number 56 of the Seattle Seahawks, who is a Clay High School graduate like myself, my alma mater. And he's also our Super Bowl champion, recipient of the key. The city of Green Cove Springs gave him the key to the city last year. And it looks like it's going to be a repeat. Yes, I knew that. Okay. So, anyway, either way, as a full-service municipality, we encompass about 6 square miles and serve about 70,000 residents. Sometimes it seems like 100,000, with a workforce of about 100. We operate our own electric, water, and wastewater utility system and provide local law enforcement through our police department, which we are very proud of. Thank you, Chief Musco. And now on to our accomplishments of 2014. Charter referendum, reorganization at Augusta Savage Arts and Community Center in collaboration with the Clay County School Board for summer camp programs, which we had our very first one this last year at the Augusta Savage Arts and Community Center. The transfer of all building permit activities from the county to the city is a good thing because I'm now adding on to my house, and I really didn't have time, Stephanie, to be waiting on the county. And that wasn't a dig, that wasn't a dig, I was just playing. Was a full-time building official who is awesome. His name is Paul, and you cannot have him. We contracted out right-of-way services, prepared a redevelopment plan for a community redevelopment district along our Gateway Corridor and downtown area of US 17. Contract rate of demand with FMPA, which is the Florida Municipal Power Authority, you can't say that too fast, allows us to get another wholesale power provider in 2020. Phase 8A, 64 units in Magnolia Point. Memorial Day and Christmas on Walnut Street celebration. Our first annual Calavita event, which was last year. And I think Calavita means Cove life, am I correct? Yeah, y'all gotta get a sticker. Vice Mayor Van Royal and his wife, First Lady Sandra Royal, did an amazing job with the help of sponsors and other committee members to spearhead this event. The annual Soul Food Festival, that's my baby, and we have that every year, so I see lots of money in here, I'll be calling you. Greenville Springs Dragway at Reynolds Park. If you haven't been out there yet, I would encourage you to go. It will bring out your wild side. All right, this is one I call Pam Lewis Baby, and it's the Green Coast Springs Business League. Every third Saturday, market in the park. If you'd like to go out and, you know, rent a booth, just see Pam. She'll be happy to have you. We'll be happy to have your money. And we dedicated, wait a minute, hold on, let me back it up. Gateway and Central Business District matching grant for signage, facade, and landscape. Dedication on April the 24th of last year for our new $20 million police facility. Look at your faces, just kidding. I just wanted to see if you were still listening. Actually, it was $5 million, and that includes the land and the building. Okay, so don't get all upset. Engaged state lobbyists, and that was our vice mayor's big deal. Okay, now our 2015 plan. Conversion of former police station, that site in Spring Park, demolish the old former City Hall, redevelop Spring Heading Pool at Spring Park. That's $2.1 million project over a two-year cycle, thanks to the county and state funds. And I have to always remember to say thanks to the county because all of the big dogs are in here. And the regional park concept, public and private partnership near Gustafson's Farm, south of Green Cove, funded by the city and the county funds. Engage public relations and marketing professional on social media. Mitch Timberlake likes that one. And we are very excited about the First Coast Expressway. It finally has a name. And while I'm discussing infrastructural needs, if anyone in this room has any pull at all, can we please have a discussion about, I'm talking about immediately, about doing something with that god-awful, dangerous, scary, even in the daytime, Shands Bridge. Can anybody help us with that? I have had many complaints that people really, truly need to be heard in all sincerity. One really big discussion we're having is the wastewater treatment plant, and I guess I'll invite Elvis to come to that. The site and expansion. For project growth, which includes let's see here, Danielle, when you wrote that part, I couldn't read it. Anyway, it's going to be in the Reynolds Park. Get that, Ted, that was for you. Electric code revisions to include residential and commercial rates. Brazilian Recycle Company location in Reynolds Park. See, we're getting folks from all over the world. Orange Park, y'all can't say that, I would think. July 4th event, I know they're gonna kill me when I'm done. The Freedom Schooner docks late February at the city dock. I'm not sure if they're giving free tours or not. I think they want us to give them money, that ain't gonna happen. Drainage, neighborhood projects, MLK Boulevard, Citizen, and Cove Streets are in engineering phase. This wasn't on the list, but we really do need another grocery store in Green Cove Springs. I'm sorry if there are any folk in here from Winn-Dixie that might be offended, but we do need another grocery store. So if anyone can help us out with that, we would certainly appreciate it. And now that the citizens know that they're getting their money's worth out of the city council people, all $4,500 a year, whatever it is we make now, if you have any questions, please ask Danielle Judd. She's the best city manager ever created by the Almighty. Okay, so here's a plug time. If you're not busy on February the 19th, we, the city of Green Cove Springs, will be hosting the Florida League of Cities meeting at Magnolia Point. So please come join us for the pre-dinner meeting, which begins at 6 o'clock. And we have a new Jamaican restaurant open in Green Cove Springs on Walnut Street, Mon. And since I'll never look like Diane Hutchins, I had me some jerk oxtails yesterday with red beans and rice. So I think you all need to go check it out. Thank you all for allowing me to be here. Go Seahawks!